Okay, so we're back. In the last video, we made our query and we checked for the existence of all our fields and that our passwords match. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make an if statement, and in this if statement, we're going to use our $numRows variable, and we're going to say if numRows is equal to 0. So I know in our login we made sure it wasn't equal to 0, but now it's going to be equal to 0. So if it is equal to 0, which means that the username, whoever's trying to register, the username that they want is not taken. So then they can create their account on your website. So now we're going to put in an else, and whoops. So then we're just going to put in a simple echo. And in this echo, we're just going to say, we'll just say that username is taken. So obviously the username basicnick is taken in our database. So if I refresh and we type in basicnick, and then these must match. Oops, didn't type that in right. So these match, and then right now we're not checking for the email other than it's there. So you click register. Boolean given numbers specs 1. What is happening? Why is it doing that? Alright, I'm going to pause this and figure out what's going on. Okay, I figured out what was wrong. Is that I forgot to put in select all are from users. And I forgot that. So if we refresh and resend, we get nothing. Which means there are no errors and the username is not found, because I went back and I changed it. But, so, go to register. Username, we'll type in basicnick. Password is password. And then this just whatever. That username is taken. So if we go back and we type in something completely random, and our, make sure I type this in right, and our password is the same, we get nothing, so the username is not taken. So if you want, you could create an echo here and display all that data, but we're not gonna. So the username is not taken, and now what we're gonna do is we're going to take the data we've gotten, or first what we're gonna do is we're gonna get the data we've gotten, username, password, the retype password, and we're going to encrypt the password to our MD5 hash, and then we're going to insert this into our database. So what we're going to do is, I don't need that, so you want to type in $password, and password definitely does not have a Q in it, and you want to type in MD5, and in parentheses you want to type in $password. There we go. So what we're doing here is we're encrypting our password. Now if we just echo out our $password, our password variable, so if we echo that out, we have, that is the MD5 hash encryption of password. So now if you change the password, that'll change. So we can get rid of this. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to set up a variable, and the variable can be called whatever. Whatever you want it to be. I'm just going to call it make, or just register. I don't think you have to have a variable. You might not have to. Anyway, you want to type in mysql underscore query. So we're going to create a query, and in our parentheses you want to type in insert into and this is our users. So we're going to insert into users, and then in here we want to put some parentheses. Now, looking at our table in our database, we have 4 fields. We have ID, username, password, and email. So our ID is auto incremented, so that'll automatically go up by 1 every time someone is registered. And then our username, and then password, and then the email. So what you can do up here is you can make sure it's an email. You can simply, which actually, I think I'll do. Yeah, I'll do that. We're gonna make sure that the email that's been provided is in fact an email. So we're gonna say, what is it? It's sub str. So we're gonna use a substring function, and our first parameter is our needle and haystack, if you will. So this is our email, and then you want to put a comma, and then in double quotes you want to put the @ symbol. So shift 2, and then outside of the quotes you want to put and sign. And what you can do is you want to copy this, and you want to paste this in, but you want to change this to a dot. So it must have a dot and an @ sign. Oh, you guys can't see that, sorry. And then else, which put in an echo, not a valid email. So, very simple. We simply used the substring function, and we searched email for these 2 things. And now what we're going to do is we're just going to copy this. There we go. And we're going to paste this in here. Make it a little bit neater. Sorry. So we're checking for the existence of our email and making sure it's a valid email, and then we're checking for a username that's not taken. Then we encrypt our password, and then we're going to start our inserting into our database. So I'm just going to stop this here because I'm about to hit 8 minutes or so. In the next video, it'll hopefully be the last in our registration process, and then we'll be actually adding all the fields into our MySQL database using some PHP code. Alright, thanks for watching. Go to the next video.